Welcome to the Art of Hitting channel. We got part 3 of our tools for hitting and throwing. And we're going to focus on the Axio 720 bands, the cannonball, a massage gun, myofascial release tool, and hands and wrist exercise. Enjoy. Hey, welcome to Art Hitting channel. Today we got a video for you of the training tools that we use here in the Art of Hitting Club, and we'll have members explain, not in detail. You can look the detail what this exercise does in the description. I'll put a detailed written description of everything it does. This is going to be a short video. Just say, hey, this is what we do. We've done it for years. Like there's tools that I have that I've used for 40 years or more. So I hope it's interesting. Please hit subscribe. So John, you got in your hand the Axio 720. We did a video on that. You use this some. What do you think about that?
I think it's great for the shoulder core.
It works everything. It's amazing, right?
Works the entire rotator cuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a shoulder strengthener, but your core strengthener, you can't. I think it's perfect for that. It doesn't matter what direction you're doing. You can do all your different rotator cuff muscles. Keep them nice and strong and flexible.
Works in line with the TRX stuff you do, right?
Yeah, very similar. Yeah.
Okay, man. So Dan, you got there what we call stretch bands. What's the name on that stretch band on that ticket?
Power tubes.
Yeah. How do you use it, guys? A lot of guys put that, like I take that in my bat bag for stretching. How do you use it?
Yeah, you can use it for stretching. You can use it actually for this band in particular is thick enough. You can use it actually for muscle increasing. But there's other bands, lighter ones that you can do for stretching. But something like this, you could do before a game. You could, depends on what you want to work out, and you can lay on your back. You can roll with this. You can switch your legs. Band work is a really good idea.
Yeah, it stretches them muscles, and the great thing is you can put that in your bag and take it with you.
Easy.
Not really one that you. I guess you can do them in a gym. I mean, they got that stuff in the gym, but I guess that would be warming up before you do your exercises.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
I thought this was Dan's favorite machine.
He's got a lot of them at Dano. Go tell us about that baby. That one right there. I'm not sure where I got that. I had another one, but I've been doing that exercise
for as long as I can remember. Anybody in the gym had one of these things.
Yeah. Well, they got, sometimes a lot of gyms have them.
Yeah. Not too many. They have machines now to replace this kind of stuff, but.
They have a machine for that now?
A great wrist machine, just turning. Builds up your wrists. Build up your forearm, let it back down.
Yeah, and back in the day, in the old times, in the 60s and 70s. Well, I think it was more in the 70s. I don't know if I had that in the 60s, but the 70s, man.
Yeah.
I've been doing that forever.
Great little device to build up your forearms, which is perfect for softball.
Absolutely. Okay, Gary, you say you got a new surprise for me, and I've never seen that, so let me hear what it is.
Well, we've talked about all these different tools that can help you with your swing. We've also talked about things that can help you build strength in your swing, your forearms. We talked about the gimmer stick and everything. That's a heavy bat, basically weighted bat type of drill that you can do. Well, as we get older, we tend to get more injured, and we injure ourselves, and we're going to be dealing with those little things. And many times when we get injured, a lot of times, what you may or may not know is like our fascia builds up over that injury, and it tightens down, so we lose flexibility. So what we have here is a tool to actually break up the fascia. And if you sit there and type in, go on Amazon, type in
fascia,
fascia, ever how you
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really.
I don't know what the right answer is.
Okay, I know either.
But if you go in there and look at myofascial release, and this tool here will come up, and many more like it. But what I use it for, let's say in everything I swing the gimmer stick, or I went there and I had a little ache in my wrist after I used the Mojo to sit there and build up my wrist strength. I can sit here and just put some ointment on there so you don't tear the skin, but you can just push it, and it'll sometimes push out knots, and it really helps us out. And I'll tell you, as we get older, this is a tool that helps me out quite a bit with my shoulder rehab. Some of you may have known if you watched the channel that I tore my rotator cuff way back, and I had shoulder surgery about 3 or 4 months ago. And it's what I'm doing now is breaking through all the scar tissue that have built up since the shoulder's been immobilized. So I take this and I'll just go around the rotator cuff to help break up that scar tissue.
I've never seen that before. Now, what is that thing? Anyhow, it looks like a damn.
You can simulate this as you can get a spoon. If you don't have this, it's a little bit more abrasive.
Where do you buy that?
You can get this on Amazon.
What's it
and like
called?
I said, it's myofascial release.
Oh, that's what it's myofascial release.
Type in myofascial release and you'll see this and many other tools come up, and it's anything that can sit there and have an edge on it, not sharp, but you can see it's got a little edge that's really rounded, so it's not meant to break the skin, but you can get through the muscle underneath and push out that knot if need be.
Well, that's definitely state of the art. I've never seen it before.
So
thanks, man.
Yep.
So Dan, what you got there?
This is the weighted ball, and this is great for I use this when you play catch before a game. I use this every time instead of a standard softball. It stretches the arm ball. You throw it up in the air, releases everything in the shoulder. And
let me stop you there just for a minute. I want to give you and the audience understand. The first guy that was the spokesperson for that ball was none other than Bruce Mead.
Really?
Yes, really. I know the guy that invented that. Talked to him personally. Bruce connected me with him, and I was selling them balls regular, and he invented that ball because he had an arm surgery, like Gary had, and he invented that ball for coming back from rotator cuff surgery.
Sure.
Okay, but one of the fundamental things that no one seems to know, you don't throw that ball. You're not supposed to throw that ball like that. You're supposed to throw it up like you're throwing a fly ball. And the reason why is, well, you can probably tell me, you never heard that, right?
No.
So what would you think the reason would be?
Better stretch and less chance of injury.
There you go. Is exactly right.
Yeah.
You're not putting any pressure. If you throw that ball, and sometimes people throw the ball better like that, but they say, "Oh, it don't bother me." It's not helping you. You want to try to elongate your muscle by throwing it up, and there's less chance of injury. And of course, if you had an injury, you certainly don't want to get another one.
That's right.
But that's the greatest ball in the world, isn't it?
It is, man.
Yeah. You don't have one, folks out there. If you don't get any of these things, you want to get one of them cannonballs.
That's right, yeah.
They're called cannonballs. I think they still sell them online. It's been so long. I've been using that for like 40 years. I forget the guy's name. I had to. That's bad getting old.
There's Ed Rose getting explosives out of a suitcase. What do you got there, kid?
Well, this is my, at my age, and I've been hitting and sitting a lot because of my injuries, but this is I used to call it a Thumper. I've had a Thumper for years, but this is a gun now, and what it's good for, everything. I mean, you can obviously massage, but the key thing for me is I do my trigger points, like right there, right in the back here, right there, over here, switch hands, then do here, 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 and here. And if I want a little extra, I just then loosen the muscles. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Now,
How often do you use that?
Huh?
How often do you use it?
Well, if I'm sitting and getting stiff on the bench, I use it probably, before I go to every bat, I like to use it. Okay, when I'm AHing. And when I'm catching and moving around, you don't need that. I mean, you don't need that if you keep moving. You're an outfielder, you're an infielder. If something tightens up, though, like I had a pulled, I don't know, what do you call it, muscle when you
Quad? Hip flexor?
Well, and it was a tightened muscle, so what I do is just get that knot out of there, and then go play, and until it came back, and then sometimes it retightens. But this is the greatest thing you can bring. Now they're selling it for like $100, and the motor's not as strong, but it's a great thing to have. I hope you enjoyed that. That's a few of the tools we use at the Art of Hitting Club. Please hit subscribe. We need you to subscribe. It's free.